The Ghost of Weirwax High. It was the mid-1980s in the damp, gray logging town of Aberdeen, Washington. To say a young teenager named Kirk was struggling would be an absolute understatement. He was the child of a bitter divorce, constantly bounced from relative to relative, surviving by sleeping on friends' couches. By his own account, when things got really bad, he even slept in the waiting room of a local hospital. Welcome to the landing point. Once you know who they are, put their name and time in the comments. School offered no sanctuary. He was a quiet, artistic kid who felt entirely alienated from the jocks and the popular crowd. So in the spring of 1985, just a couple weeks shy of graduation, Kirk made a dramatic decision. He walked out of the doors of Weirwax High School and dropped out. His mother immediately handed him a strict ultimatum: get a job or get out of the house. Kirk packed up his bags, but the harsh reality of independence quickly set in. A young man has to eat, which meant he desperately needed money. So Kurt swallowed his pride and went looking for employment. And he found a steady paycheck in the most unlikely and perhaps most agonizing place imaginable. He went back to high school, not as a student, as a janitor. Imagine the pure humiliation of it. A teenage pushing a broom down the very hallways he had just abandoned, emptying trash cans of his former classmates, scrubbing the toilets while the kids he grew up with were busy picking out prom dresses and filling out college applications. To everyone walking past him, carelessly stepping around his wet floor signs, he was just another high school dropout going absolutely nowhere. A living cautionary tale trapped in a drab jumpsuit. But what those students didn't know was why he was pushing a mop. Every single dollar Kurt earned scrubbing those floors was being fiercely hoarded. He wasn't saving up for a car, and he wasn't saving for a deposit on a nice apartment. He was saving for an amplifier and a guitar, and most importantly, for precious studio time to record a demo tape with his noisy, abrasive underground punk band. His bandmate, Chris Novoselic, put it bluntly years later: cleaning toilets is how Kurt paid for the first demo. 6 years later, that very band released a song that single-handedly altered the entire landscape of popular music. And when they filmed the video for the anthem, they staged it as a pep rally from hell inside a smoky high school gym. If you watch that famous video closely, right past the anarchy symbol cheerleaders and the mosh crowd, you'll see a man in a blue jumpsuit pushing a broom and dancing. He was an actor, but he was not a random extra. He was a deliberate, brilliant inside joke. A final smirk at the day when the defining voice of a generation was getting paid to scrub his classmates' toilets. The song, of course, was "It Smells Like Teen Spirit." And that quiet, outcast janitor was Kurt Cobain. And this is The Landing Point. Viewers, thank you for watching today, The Landing Point. We really appreciate it. I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Roadrunner Real Estate. They are a full-service real estate company doing both commercial and residential real estate. They can help you buy, sell, or even lease your properties. So if you're in the market looking for a real estate company, please go out and give them a call. They'll happily help you today. The next thing I'd like to talk about is our social media. Obviously, we have YouTube if you're watching that today. If you haven't done so already, please go out and subscribe. It is completely free to you. There's nothing that you'll be charged or your membership fees, but it does help us out so we can get our latest episodes to you quickly, and you can find out what's going on with YouTube. Our other place that we do a lot of our social media is on our Facebook page, The Landing Point. So please go out and like and subscribe or follow those, I guess I would say, so you get the latest updates. If you're a person that likes to listen to stories as you're out on the drive, we have our podcast. You can find the Landing Point out there, and it can be on most services. So once again, thank you for watching the Landing Point, and we look forward to see you on our next story.